welcome. If you want to borrow blocks, weights, resistance bands, any of that stuff, we've got rental stuff back in the cubbies, and then we've also got stuff for sale in the lobby as well if you're like, yeah, I think I just want to have my own set of that type of thing. But let's get started in child's pose, and we'll get moving and grooving and sweating and all that good stuff tonight. Take a few moments to get yourself settled in. It's starting to get really cold outside right now, so take the first few moments to let your body kind of soften and defrost. And get each one of your fingertips down into the floor. Take a deep breath in together. Fill yourself all the way up. And exhale it out. Big breath in. Fill yourself up. Expand your lungs. Expand your upper back. And exhale it out. One more time like that. A big breath in. Big exhale out. Start to create an ujjayi breath. A long inhale with a pause at the top. Long exhale with a pause at the bottom. It's really purposeful right from the start of your practice so that you can start building heat and the rhythm and a focus right from the center all the way out. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back and move your body around any way that you need to in down dog. Head shake, pedal at your feet, bend your knees, all of that good stuff. Walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. Pull the pit of your belly way in and up. You can do what you want with your arms and your hands. Let your head hang down nice and heavy. And press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips and bring your thumbs to heart center. Set your intention for your practice. Make it something simple and clear that you can keep coming back to. We'll send out those intentions with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull if you've got weights, right to 90. High push up and pause. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Big exhale. Breathe in. And empty. Good. One more like that. Fill. Push all the air back out. Step or jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Rise up to standing. A big inhale. All the way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Big exhale. Yeah, get purposeful with it. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Fill up. Exhale completely. Move forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain. Press into your feet. Reach all the way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. 3 big breaths here. Let me hear you breathe. Good. 2 more. Know when you do the knee taps, you can go across your torso or out to the side. 1 more breath. Exhale completely. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up. Press your chest up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing. Down dog. Breathe in together. Big exhale. Good. 2 more like that. Fill up all the way. Exhale. Last one. Empty all the way out. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. One more sunny. Rise all the way up. Take your gaze up to the ceiling. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. 3 big breaths. In. Purposeful exhale. Yeah, let the heat build. Breathe in. Breath out. One more. Exhale everything. Move forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Get way back into your hips. Your tailbone all the way to the back edge of your mat. Take a big inhale and reach. Hands to heart center. Twist right on your exhale. Open your arms. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair pose. Breathe in. Twist left on your exhale. Open. Breathe in. Stay for the whole exhale. Then back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one right side. You can have weights in your hands or open palms. Go all the way up. Chaturanga. Hands to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left side. Warrior one. Step through. Reach up and stretch up. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. Breath in together. Big exhale. Yeah, stay purposeful. In. Push the air out. Yes, one more. Fill up. Push all the air out. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. One breath this time. Reach. Hands to heart twist right. Inhale and open. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Reach. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Back up to chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing. Down dog. Right side warrior one. Step. Long inhale. Go up, go up, go up. Chaturanga. Hands to the floor. Upward facing. Down dog. Left side. Warrior one. Press your feet straight down into the floor. Chaturanga. Big breath in up dog. Let it out in down dog. Take one breath in this time. Big exhale. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. Breathe in. Twist right on your exhale. Open up. Stay for the breath out. Good. Chair pose. Reach. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay and breathe out. Back up to chair. Fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. You got it. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Lunge deep. Lift up high. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left side, warrior one. Plant, whole inhale all the way up. Chaturanga on your breath out. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Clear it out. Move forward. Halfway lift with your weights. Fold down. Chair pose. Go deep. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and twist. Back up to chair. Reach. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Half lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing. Down dog. Warrior one right side. You got it. Step. Breathe in as you go up. Low push up. Hands to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Warrior one. Step through. You got it. Yeah, come on in. Chaturanga. Hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One breath in. Big exhale. Move forward. You've got one more sun B. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose. Reach. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and twist. Good. Chair pose. Extend. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the whole breath out. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Pull the pit of your belly in. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low plank. Upward facing. Down dog. Warrior one, right side. Lunge nice and deep. Bring your thigh parallel with the mat. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left side. Warrior one. Step through and go. High to low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Oh, yes. Hello. Hello, new to Ignite people. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Stay here in three-legged or flip your dog. Go all the way over. Connect your feet. Connect the fingertips that are on the floor. Press down on purpose. Then maybe you take some arm circles here with the right arm, or maybe wheels already accessible for you and you bring the fingertips down to the ground. Yeah, just some extra movement. And then flip back over, side plank. You can have a weight in your left hand or open palm up to the ceiling. You choose. If you've got the weight, work to stack wrist over elbow over shoulder, all of your joints in one line. Good. Now everyone flex your ankles. You'll lower and lift that top leg up to the ceiling and down. Go for 5, 4, yep, 3, 2, 1. High to low push up. Yeah, it looks great across the room, guys. You're doing awesome. Up dog, downward facing dog. That one gets a little messy in the beginning. Left leg up to the sky until you get the mechanics of it. Open your hip. Stay or flip your dog. Press your feet way down into the floor. Fingertips way down into the floor. And then you choose if there's added movement, if there's a wheel in there, whatever you need to do to create more space in your physical body, get up to that. Beautiful. Flip back over, side plank. Weight in your top hand or open palm. And set your eyes right on one point to help keep your balance. Flex both of your ankles. Now, top leg up to the sky. Lift and lower. 5, 4. Eyes on one spot. 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Exhale it out. Oh yeah, 2 more. Breathe in. Clear it out. Last one. Fill up. Exhale completely. Right side crescent lunge. Step your right foot between your hands. So whether you're hands in the air type of person right away or hands on hips type of person to get yourself situated, choose the thing and then more breath. Really purposeful about it. Come lower in your lunging leg. Yeah, like you can go lower, so go lower. And then we'll do some knee dips with the back leg. So your back knee can tap your mat or just lower to the floor. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch up tall. Press into your feet. Hands to heart twist right. Steady breath. Steady rhythmic breath. Open your arms. Yeah, so you can have your bottom arm down on a block or on the outside of your knee. Spread your fingertips apart. Take one more breath here and stay for the whole exhale. Wring everything out. Then warrior 2. Face the opposite way. Come right down into it. Lunge a little deeper. Yeah, knee right on top of your ankle. Extended side angle. Bring elbow to front thigh or fingertips by your front arch. Add more breath. Right back into it. Half bind, top arm around your back. Pause there in the half bind to peel open your top shoulder. Yes, good adjustments. Make space there. And then if the full bind is there for you, go for it. Bottom arm underneath your front thigh. Yes, the lower you lunge in the front leg, the more space you have to work with that bind. Good. One more breath. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. Clearing breath out. Left side crescent lunge. Breath the whole way. However you like to set up crescent, do that, and then breath the whole way. All of your toes on your back foot straight into the floor. Knee dips with your back leg. Go for 5, 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Stretch up tall. Hands to heart, twist left. Back into the breath for those of you that are holding. And if you hear your neighbor holding your breath, or like the person that you're practicing nearest at home is holding their breath, breathe louder. Bring them back into their physical body. Open your arms if you haven't already. Yes. One more breath. Whole exhale. Stay, stay, stay. Warrior 2, unwind. Set it up nice and deep. Bring your thigh parallel with the mat. Even if you can only hold that for a second or two, commit to that, and then back off if you need to, so you start to build the endurance in your legs. Extended side angle. Build the endurance and do the work bit by bit. Top arm behind your back, half bind. Yes, then peel your top shoulder open, make space. Bottom arm underneath your front thigh to make the full bind. Yeah, there you go. Just doing the work, playing around and seeing what works. One more inhale. Chaturanga, hands to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I think it's a good time for a sigh. Breathe in. Like louder than that though. Breathe in. Sigh it out. Yeah, one more. Clear it completely. Step or jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Way down into your chair where your toes can get light and lifted off the floor. Pit of your belly in and up. Pull it into the front of your spine. Go from chair pose to iron footstool. Rise to the ball mounds of your feet and reach your arms straight ahead of you. Yes, keep breathing. Thighs parallel with your mat. Drop your heels, hands to heart, twist right. I know, stay low in the heat of it. Open up your arms. Breathe right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose, forward fold. Take your first 2 fingers around your big toes. Yeah, bend your knees as much as you want to. You can lay your stomach on your thighs if you want. Create a space where you can catch up with your breath and slow your heart rate down on purpose. Take crow pose from the head of your mat. Spread out your fingers nice and wide. Anchor them into the floor. Gaze in front of your fingertips. In front of your fingertips so you go forward instead of straight down. Yeah, then zip everything up. Pit of your belly, your front ribs into center so it lifts up toward the ceiling. One more breath. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Clear it all out. Move forward. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Way down into it. I know, you're in the vitality section. It's meant to build heat. It's meant to make you sweat, get your heart rate moving. Iron footstool onto the ball mounds of your feet. Yes, let your legs be a little bit shaky. Thighs parallel with the floor. Drop your heels, hands to heart, twist left. Stay in the heat. Let that heat go all the way up to your fingertips. Open your arms and take up space. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose, forward fold. Gorilla, step on your palms. Toes all the way up to your wrists. Tailbone up to the sky. Make it an active fold. Yeah, there you go. So even though your knees are soft, there's tailbone up to the sky action. Release your hands. Crow number 2. So if crow is still something that you're figuring out, do your work there. If crow feels comfortable for you, what's the next step? That could be taking it to an inversion. That could be taking one knee, floating it between your elbows and putting it back on the back of your tricep. So you create the next piece, the next evolution of this pose for you for one more breath. Step or jump back, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in together. Clear it out. Good. 2 more. In. Exhale. Last one. Exhale completely. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose. Right side. Right arm under. Right leg over. Get settled into your breath. Make that a powerful thing for the whole balancing sequence. Breath the whole way. Arms stay bound. Take airplane with your legs. Press your foot to the back of the room. You've got time. No rush. Just press, press, press through the sole of your lifted foot to wake it up. Then full airplane. Reach your arms back behind you. Yeah, lift your chest like upward facing dog. Good. There you go. So there's even more space to work with. Half moon. Open up. Left hand to the mat or your block. Right arm up to the sky. Beautiful. Everybody flex your lifted ankle and spread those toes apart. One more inhale. Both feet to the floor. Eagle pose. Left side. Left arm under. Left leg over. Back into your breath. Yeah, first thing you check in with in each and every pose, is there breath happening or am I making it harder by holding my breath? Arms stay bound, airplane with your legs. Like you're moving underwater. Yeah, smooth transition to full extension and then unravel your arms, reach back. Beautiful. There's more control. There's more attention to detail when you move slower. Half moon, open up. It gives you the time to fine-tune exactly what parts of your body need to move, what parts need to stretch to get the fullest expression of your pose. One more inhale, both feet to the mat. Rise up to standing. Eagle pose, right side, second set. Right arm under, right leg over. Eyes on one spot, stay focused. Then more breath because it got quiet. Yeah, there it is. Take warrior 3. Reach your arms straight ahead. Press your right leg back behind you. So you can have fingers interlaced or have your arms wide apart, whichever makes this pose more accessible for you. Yeah, stretch out as long as you can go. Hands to the floor, your ankles, standing split. More of a balance game if you have your hands on your ankle. More stability if your hands are on the floor. You got it. One more breath here. Both feet to the floor. Yeah, shake that out a little bit. Rise up. Eagle pose on the left. Left arm under, left leg over. Eyes on one spot. Get settled in. Wrap everything into center line. Warrior 3. Slow and smooth. Yes, I love the slow transitions, everyone. Keep that up. Eyes on one spot. Standing splits. You choose to put your hands on the floor of the block. Instead of, oh, I need to catch the floor to catch my balance, be in choice about where you're putting your hands and your feet. Eyes to one point. One more breath. Both feet to the floor. Rise up to standing. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. So if you're taking standing bow, just make sure the soft crease of your elbow is facing out. And you can grab the outside or the inside of your ankle, just soft crease of the elbow out. Take your pose. Yeah, start to lean into it. Find where the sweet spot is tonight. So it might be a little further back or further forward than your quote-unquote normal pose looks like, but see what it looks like right now. How far forward can you lean now? How far back can you push the shin now? Last breath. Left side. Standing bow or dancer. Soft crease of the elbow out. Take your pose. Some of you are up in your head and there's a lot of thinking happening instead of more breathing. So put your attention back to your breath. Yeah, and then stretch out through your chest and through your shin. Last breath. Right side, second set. If you want to switch which pose you're doing, go ahead and do that and then go for it. Everybody flex your lifted ankle. Yeah, and then press that lifted foot, the sole of your lifted foot straight up to the ceiling. One more inhale, switch sides. Last one. If this pose is one of those for you that kind of gets you up in your head, it gets a little bit distracted and the breath gets quiet, notice that that's happening and make a shift. Stay right down in your body, right down in the standing foot. One more inhale. Both feet to the mat. Tree pose, right side. And we'll do what we worked on Tuesday. We'll take a hip opener for this tree pose. So right foot across your left thigh like a figure 4. Hands start at heart center. So this is step 1. You are absolutely welcome to stay right here at step 1 and work on the balance of this. Step 2, stick your tailbone out behind you. Bring your elbows down to your shin. Yep, and for some of you, you're like, yep, that is enough information in my hips, thank you, and I'm all set right here. Stay right here. Step 3, hands can come to the floor or maybe a block if the floor is not quite there yet. So you may need to bend your left knee a lot to get your fingers closer to the floor. You can stay at step 3, or the last step is turning this into an arm balance. So it'll be flat palms on the ground, shin to the back of your triceps, and you lean forward, just like crow pose, until your back foot comes up and away from the ground. Awesome. Press into your standing leg, come all the way up to standing. Shake that out a little bit. Left side, left foot across your thighs. Step 1, hands at heart center. Step 2, elbows to your shin, lean forward and stick your tailbone out behind you. So you're really lengthening your spine as you fold down. Good. Stay, or step 3, hands come to your block or the floor. You can stay right there, explore what that feels like. Step 4 is trying on the arm balance. Press your shin into the back of your triceps. Eyes on one spot. Press down and rise up. Both feet to the mat, check it out. Come up to the head of your mat if you're not there already. Extended mountain, reach up to the ceiling. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap on the right, knee tap on the left. Low push up, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Clear it out. 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale. Last one. Fill. Empty completely. Right side triangle. Keep the breath flowing as you set up the pose. Lots of space. Yeah, hand to your shin, hand to your block. And start to peel yourself open. Get as long as humanly possible. Out through your legs, out through your fingertips. And squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Yeah, and maybe you start to open up your chest toward the ceiling. It turns into a little bit of a back bend here. So if you have your hand on a block, you might need to take the block a little further back. A few inches back so you can lean back and open up your chest. Yes. Press into your feet. Rise all the way up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold. Turn both feet to face the long edge of your mat and hinge down. Yogi's choice on this side tonight. So you can take lunges side to side, get upside down, hang out in the fold, like whichever movement or stillness is going to make you feel like that's exactly what you needed in this pose. Take that piece. Exactly what you needed. Lots of breath. Keep putting that piece into it. So that breath keeps you in the room, down in your body, and it also keeps everybody else around you down in their body because they'll hear your breath and they'll come back. A few more moments to get complete with wherever you're working, and then you'll all meet up in center. Press into your feet, rise all the way to standing. Namaste, front facing forward fold. Turn both feet to face the front edge of your mat. So you can take the Namaste fold or take splits. Those are your 2 options. Namaste fold, take a bind behind your back. Hinge forward. Back into the breath. Especially this time of year where things get tight and the space in your chest gets smaller because it's cold outside. Big, full breaths. Big expansive space through the chest and your upper back. Twisting triangle or twisting splits. Ring yourself out. Open through your chest. Let your arm be along for the ride for the twist and really have it be the space in your chest that opens to the side of the room. Even the pit of your belly pulls in and goes into the twist toward the side of the room. You can stay right here or take twisting half moon. Float that back leg up to the sky. You'll need to scoot forward a little bit for the twisting half moon so you can catch the balance. Yeah, just a little bit forward and that leg goes right up to the ceiling. Last breath. Chaturanga, hands to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side triangle. Left foot between your hands. Come back into your breath. And start to spread yourself apart. So even though the integration of your torso is still here, the pit of your belly in, your ribs in together, space everywhere else. Even between your fingertips, so that as you start to open up, maybe it turns into a back bend and your block or your water bottle goes further back behind you. Space and length. Rise all the way to stand. Side facing wide leg fold. You'll have two options tonight here. You can interlace your fingers at your low back and fold, or wide leg handstand hops. So if you're taking the hops, it's spread fingertips flat on the floor, look forward in front of your fingertips, and let that weight shift into your palms and your fingers. So it might even be, if you're working on the hops, that your feet don't come all the way off the ground. It's just a weight shift, and that's step one of the thing. Maybe you get a little bit of air time, like a split second. Both feet are off the ground. Gaze is still in front of your fingertips. Those of you in the bind, soft knees, soft elbows. Yes. So everything's slow and controlled and there's no rush to it. Nice, Chelsea. Release your hands down, rise all the way up. Namaste front facing with your bind, or splits on the other side. Take your pose, hinge forward. Connect both of your feet firmly into the ground. If you're in the splits, your toes and your heels straight down into the ground. Yeah, there's the breath. Powerful, intentional. A breath that not only maintains the heat, but keeps you right in the moment by moment experience. Twisting triangle or twisting splits. Keep the breath going. It's in the flow of the breath that you drop into the flow of the practice, where things start to become effortless, not easy, but effortless. And you're just moving from one thing to the next. Twisting half moon. Just moving from one thing to the next, not caught up in time or how long or how hard, none of that. Just in the flow. One more breath. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Sigh it out. Breathe in. One more. Roll out to a high plank. Slow race your neighbor to the floor. Slow race your neighbor. Yoga's not a competition, but also slow race your neighbor. All the way down to the floor. When you get there, Roy's our reigning champion of slow race to the floor. Locust pose or Superman. So locust pose, palms are back by your hips. Superman arms are out in front. So you pick the one that fits you best. Rise on up. Yes, the goal is length. Out through the crown of your head, out through your feet. Stretch out your spine. One more breath here. Lengthen, lower down. Rock your hips left and right to release your low back. Good. Second set, locust, or switch to Superman. If you're going to Superman, put your attention on the low belly integration. Pull that in and up. Rise up. Up and away from the floor. Super long. If the low back gets crowded, you pull in more with the belly and lengthen more with your legs. One more breath. Lower down. Take it side to side. Floor bow. Grab a hold of your ankles. And march your knees together so your thighs become parallel. Knees going straight back behind you. Good. Rise up. Up and away from the mat. Whether you've got one leg or both, rock onto your right side. Just kind of, yeah, side to side a little bit. Real graceful. Just right onto your side. Open up your shoulder. Through center, over to the left side. Over on that side. Knees stay together. Back to center. Rise up. Last breath. Lower down. Take it side to side. Floor bone number 2. You can switch ankles or grab both again. This one, I'll make it optional and up to you. You can stay here in center and work on the lift or go side to side again on this one. Yeah, and the trick to side is really squeezing into center. Your inner thighs, your outer shins pull in towards center, and that makes it a little easier to go from side to side. Good, right in center. One more breath. Lower down, side to side. Upward facing dog. Rise up off your mat. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Jump through to sit. Come into staff pose. Legs straight out in front. Arms straight out in front. Press your heels down into the mat so they act like brakes. And then lower your spine to the floor. Slow and steady. Like you intend on putting one vertebrae at a time down on the mat. Also breathe on the way down. Yeah, that piece too. Breathing and slow all the way to the floor. Bridge pose. Bend your knees and plant your feet. Don't lose your momentum. You've done a lot of work. The heat's built up. The work is built up. Press down and lift. So you choose if you want your hands bound at your low back or cactus arms. And then really tuck your shoulder heads underneath you so they can lift your chest up to the ceiling. Awesome breath, everyone. Keep it up. Lower down. Knees left and right. Second bridge. Press down, rise up. Press down and go up. You choose the arm variation. Lift your chest up to the ceiling. Bring your right knee into your chest. Press your right foot up to the sky. Pulse your hips up to the ceiling for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Left leg up to the sky. Pulse the hips up. You got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Knee side to side. All right, yogis, let's make these wheel poses count. Wheel number 1, tuck your fingertips under your shoulders. Press into your palms, press into your feet, rise up. Wheel pose, up and away from the mat. Beautiful. Tuck your chin, make your way down. Breathe in together. Clear it out. Number 2, press down and go up. Just in the flow of the back bends. You're warm, you're ready, you're stretched out. Tuck your chin and come down. Breath in. Clear it out. Number 3, tuck and go. Up and away from the mat. Heart up to the surface of your chest. Lower down. Breath in. Breath out. Number 4, you got it. We're past the halfway point. Press down and go. Press your big toes into the floor. Yes. Lower down. Breathe in together. Big exhale out. Press into your feet and rise up. Resist the urge to let your toes and your feet come off the floor. Press them down. Tuck your chin and go down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Total body expression here. Press, lift, move your whole body up and away from the mat for 5, 4, 3. Keep breathing. 2, 1. Come on down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Oh, hands wherever you want those hands to go. If you need a sigh through your mouth, do it. Have like a mouth noise that needs to happen, do it. Happy baby or dead bug. Let your whole spine come down to the mat, the whole back of your pelvis down on the mat. Hug your knees into your chest, rock forward and back 3 times, come up into boat pose. Boat pose with either a block or weights right at heart center. If you have neither, that's totally fine, just hands to heart center. So you have the option, feet in the air or heels on the ground for more stability. We're gonna row the boat side to side. Go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Keep breathing. 11, 10, 9, 8. Spread your toes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in. Rock forward and back 1 time. Reset, reset. Second set of boat pose. Yeah, we're doing 2 sets tonight, so block or weights or hands. Side to side. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Relax your face. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Knees in. Downward facing dog. Make your way there. Down dog or onto your back because we're going to the land of half pigeon on the right side first. Right side half pigeon. So you can take the pose on your back or take it face down. Make your way into the pose. So take the container that you just built while you were rowing your boat. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. That space right below your navel. Hug it in and up. Your front ribs. Pull your front ribs into center and deep into the center of your torso. Steady, powerful breath. Make it a sea of breath in the studio or in the room that you're practicing in at home, where that sense of flow spills out past the edges of your mat into the space. There's a clarity that comes with that when the space gets all the way out past the edges of your mat. Clearing that comes. All the other stuff just gets pushed aside. You've got a few more breaths here in your half pigeon, so you can stay here or take king pigeon. Bend your back knee and grab a hold of your back ankle or your foot. Just make sure the place that's resting on the floor on your left leg is like just above your kneecap, not directly on the knee. If it feels like it's right on your knee, just scoot yourself forward a little bit. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Left side half pigeon. Make your way there, get yourself set up. So you've got a balance between the structure, the stability of the pose, softness, the lightness of the pose. So whether half pigeon is a, oh cool, half pigeon, or if it's a, oof, half pigeon, let there be a softness around that. The first step to softening the edge of the pose is breath. Steady, rhythmic breath. stay or king pigeon. And even in the king pigeon, that balance between pulling everything in and up and then letting the bones of your hips, so pit of your belly in and up, but hips can come lower to the floor to increase the stretch. Those two things working against one another. Downward facing dog. Frog pose. Frog pose in studio facing the windows. Unless you've got your feet against the wall, you can take it reclined. Those of you practicing at home, however you want to set up your frog pose. So for frog, you've got your hips, knees, and ankles all at 90 degrees. Plenty of wall space if you need to make your way there. For those of you facing down, it definitely helps to have either mat or like rolled up towel underneath your knees. Then flex your ankles so your toes can go straight to the left and straight right. Yeah, there you go. Good adjustments. Steady breath right here. A lot of you using blocks. I like that. Block is a great tool in the frog pose. I know that's helpful that I told you that now that you're actually in the pose and can't reach your block, but good to know for next time. You can put it under your forehead or under your chest. Steady breath right here. Let the shape of the pose take over. You put your attention on your breath. Decide that you're going to let your brain make up whatever it's going to make up about this pose, but your body will just stay in the pose. Because you've already done all the things that you needed to do to get to this point. You're fine to be here in this pose, so stay. And then when your brain tries to tell you a complicated thing, it's like, nope, I'm all set. I'll stay right here. Because it takes something to tease those two things apart. The difference between your brain saying, you need to get out of this, and your body saying, okay, now I'm actually done. Three more full breath cycles. A big inhale with a pause, big exhale with a pause. When you've gone through all three, the last three, make your way out of the pose. And when you found your way back onto your mat, seated forward fold, both legs straight out in front. Hinge right at your hips. So you can have a pretty deep bend to your knees or just a slight bend to your knees. That part's up to you, but toes up to the ceiling. And then your hands land wherever they land. I'm a big fan of using a band or a strap around the end of my feet here so that you can really get your shoulder blades back even though your chest is forward. Yeah. Breathe right here. In tabletop reverse plank, plant your palms behind your hips. Fingertips face the front edge of your mat. Rise up. You can drop your head back if that feels okay for your neck, but press into your feet. Press into your fingertips. And let your chest stretch nice and broad. Nice, Cheryl. Lower down. Get down on your back and let's get upside down. One more inversion opportunity today. So you can take waterfall with your legs in the air, maybe a shoulder stand, could be a headstand or a handstand, whatever it is. You've got everything you need to take your time getting upside down. Definitely bring your breath along for the ride. Yeah, and then a lot of these shoulder stands, you can move your feet closer toward the front edge of your mat. Closer towards the front of your mat so your bones are stacked. Headstands and handstands. You've got a couple more breaths and then child's pose, no rush. Shoulder stands, make your way to plow. Long legs, let the plow be a pose. Plow to deaf yogi, bend your knees, hug them on the sides of your head. Let deaf yogi be a pose. And slowly lower your spine back to the floor, piece by piece. Hug your knees into your chest. Supine twist to the right. Drop your knees to the right. Twist and look to the left. Steady breathing. Supine twist, opposite way. Supta Baddha Konasana. Shavasana. You've got a cold eye towel by the corner of your mat. Get settled in, settle into stillness, not just you holding your body still, but an actual inner stillness. And take a long, slow breath in. Fill yourself up and up and up. Exhale it out. Let your entire body rest easy on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring movement back into your hands and your feet. Plant your feet on the floor and rock onto your right side. And with your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish our practice together with 3 final ohms. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much coming into the studio, signing in virtually to make your practice happen and take some time for you. Namaste. Good work, everybody. So eye towels can go in the white plastic hampers that are just outside the studio doors. If anyone has any questions about anything coming up, access training or the Himalayan Institute retreat or Italy that's coming up in July, let me know because we can talk about it up at the front desk. Otherwise, have an awesome Thursday and I'll see you soon.